Good morning, good morning. Oh, let's see here. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to 1st March here today. And let me see if our full systems are running here. So we got to go towards, let's see. So we got the Zoom system running. We got a question coming up here first thing in the morning. Oh, we got to wait for that right now. We got YouTube Gulag coming in. We're populating here. Beautiful. Just amazing. So this week we have NFP, since this is the first week of March, and usually we have NFP in the first week of March over here. Let's take a look here. Today is my 1 year of following Raja. Oh, welcome. 1 year, man, that's a long time, but 1 year goes by pretty fast. Let's see. So far I've been up since like the past hour, and like pound yen has just been ranging here. What I've been looking at is probably buys above 149.200. Potential buys above 149.200. Also remember, it's the first week of the month. It's the first day of the month, first day of the week. Do not go into that cycle of over trading, over risking. If you're already 4 trades deep, 5 trades deep, call it a day here today. There's no reason. Success is easy repetition. Yes. That is true. Success is all about repetition, repeating the same things over and over again. Let's take a look here. This is seeing this candle, next candle mirrored this candle over here, entered, closed, continue up. Would this be a trade idea to keep in mind for the future? Probably and probably not. I was actually looking at that same move up, but I'm actually looking for easy moves up. So you guys always have to look for easy trades, right? And easy trades mean, like, look at this mirrored candle right over here, 149.200. If we zoom in, you may see something happening, but it's just consolidation on the higher time frame, on the 1 hour time frame, 30-minute time frame. So always look for easy moves. Easy move above 149.200. I think that's going to be pretty amazing for price to continue moving up. Look at gold. I think it's better to post a chart about gold than to say look at gold. We can take a look at that then. We got pound yen, same thing. Buys above 149.200. Looks good. Let's take a look at Forex Factory here. All right. Let's see here. So we got nothing happening here today. We had some positive news, some as expected news for the euro and the pound. We got CAD news later on. We got FOMC member speaking. Pretty easy day here today. Pretty simple day. The only thing I was looking at was that NFP, right? So ADP, they're looking at kind of like smaller numbers, but NFP, they're looking at good numbers from 49,002. They're looking at 133,000. So that should push gold down overall. So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. Let's take a look at gold here anyway. All right, let's take a look here. All right, so this is the zone we had in the before the market opened, when we sent the weekly analysis, and it looks like price came up to that zone really nice, 1758. We did tap into that area on the 1 hour time frame as well. We tapped into it. Now we're coming back down. Just by looking at gold, it seems like we may be coming down to the support at 1738. Looking at the 4 hour time frame, 4 hours also coming down. We're kind of like we're also bearish at this point, because price was bearish, came down, next candles went up to retest that broken support. Looking at the daily time frame, okay, it's also bullish candle at this point. Now let's go back to the 30-minute and 15-minute time frame. Let's see here. So looking at the 30-minute time frame, sort of like a wick rejection right here. Would probably want to wait for this candle to close and see what happens. Let's see here. When you start YouTube, could you please wait 5 minutes or so the so-called latecomers arrive before you begin analyzing? It is what it is sometimes. Sometimes the market doesn't wait for us to enter trade, and sometimes, the stream just goes on. It is what it is. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a pound yen chart, buys above 149.250. Okay, yeah, looks good, looks good. Looking for sells below this area here as well. Actually, you know what? I'm also looking for sells below 148.300. because this is where the market closed on Friday, right? You see this bearish candle, that's where the market closed. And when market opened, we opened above 148,300. So I think it's going to be much better sells below 148,300. And if you measure this range, you got like a 27 pip range down to this wick fill, and then further down to the support around 50 pips. So at this point, we'll have to wait here a little bit. This is gold. Entry at the break of the low over here. Second position added on a break of the low. Oh, nice, beautiful. Very, very nice trade. Yeah, that was actually very nice. Nicely planned and nicely executed. As you executed sells over here, price came down, secured 10 pips. Amazing. Very nice. Looks like guys have been taking some pretty good trades here in the London session. We got another buy here on pound AUD. Nice. So price broke above resistance. Your entry was here, and price went up. Beautiful. Regarding your analysis on GJ, would you wait for a retest of 149,200? You know what I'm looking at right over here? I'm just looking at for price to kind of like on the 1 hour time frame, break above 149,200 and then continue moving bullish. That's what I'm waiting for. When we talk about retests, sometimes price is going to do a retest and sometimes price may not do a retest, right? So you got to take it how it is. So we're going to see how price breaks above 149,200. Do we get a retest or do we don't get a retest? Or do we just keep on ranging between 148,630 and 149,100? Because this is actually a range over here. Looks like we have the same plan. Pound yen buys above 149,275 on the 30-minute time frame. Okay, probably going to bring it down here a little bit as well, but kind of like the same plan here too. How does my account need to be? How does my account need to be for me to make $10 a pip? Okay. Oh, nice sells over here too. I think you need to understand leverage and risk, because 1 pip movement, $10, 10 pip movement is $100. So that's like 1 lot. You're using a 1 lot at this time. And if you want to use a 1 lot, I think at least you need $2,000, $2,500, and that's gonna be really good. All right, let's take a look at your JPY. Let's see what your JPY did to my analysis here. We had our analysis yesterday as well. So your JPY, let's take a look on the 1 hour time frame. So okay, we tapped into the support. Okay, we tapped into the support. This happened after London closed. We tapped into the support. Now we're in this range. And if we break below 128,400, there's a high probability for price to continue down within the next range. It's like 24 pips away, 25 pips. Pretty good. Pretty solid zones we made over here on your JPY. Hey Raja, isn't safe to buy GJ above 149,300? Above 139,300? Yeah, that's also safe. I'm actually looking for buys above 149,200. And also if I look on the 4 hour time frame, and that makes sense in my mind as well, because if this current 4 hour candle, this one right over here, if it breaks the high at this point, then there's a high probability for it to continue moving bullish, right? Because at the same time, not only is breaking the high over here, but it's also respecting the previous candle's low. So I think that's going to give us a much better indication for price to move up. All right, sells below 1.29800 on USD CAD. Okay, looks good. And clean buys above this area. It's perfect. And all the rest is just a waiting area at this point now. Let's see here. I just came to the stream after burning an account. Ooh, man, if you're burning accounts on the first day of the week, first day of the month, I wonder how the next month's gonna go. You guys have to be very careful. There's a support to the left acting at resistance now. Do you think we can go past that? Even on the 4 hour, there's a resistance. I think you need to state which pair you're talking about. Let's take a look at news over here. So nothing really happened. Risk currencies cover okay. We're also hearing news about like how the lockdowns are being shifted a little bit. So that's increasing the room for the economy to grow a little bit. And the economy when it opens up, you got people spending money, and that generates tax revenue, and that's good for the dollar. So I mean, good for the dollar, good for the pound, good for everything. So we'll have to wait and see how this how that affects the market at this point. Let's take a look over here. So the only resistance I see is right here on the 4 hour, and the only support I see is right over here. The support to the left acting as resistance. Now do you think we can go, oh, this area right here, yeah. Yeah, that's why we want 4 hour candle to kind of like break above the high of the previous one around, 149, 230, 220, and then we can continue to move bullish. So at this point, we're just waiting over here. Waiting is really, really, really important. Because here's the thing. While you're waiting for price to come to an area where you want to take a trade, you can run through a lot of scenarios through your mind. Oh, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if that? You got resistance here, you got support there, you got a wick over here. All those scenarios can run through your head. But the main thing is to just wait to see as price comes to your area and then decide, okay, what may happen. So that's going to eliminate a lot of overthinking there. I call that as the overthinking technology. We all have this overthinking technology where, like, whenever things don't make sense, like right now, price, it makes no sense at all. So we just we can go into easily to overthink about stuff. Does anyone think the JJ vaccine will make a difference in the market? I don't think any vaccine is going to make a difference in the market. I think all these this is just gonna this is here to stay at this point. It's not going away. It's here to stay. And I mean, I don't know, man. Johnson Johnson are the people who made that baby powder. Well, you guys remember that baby powder that gave someone cancer? I don't know about that. I don't know about the vaccines. I'm probably going to move to my motherland, Pakistan, when they make them mandatory. I'll be like, peace. Can you check out my short? Oh, can you check out my idea on shorting GJ? Interesting. Let's take a look over here. So you got GJ 1 hour chart. Price already broken and retested the trend line. You got two trend lines. So I'll imagine this trend line right here. Waiting for price to go bearish from here. Okay. So if you're looking for sells, you're looking for sells below this area over here, right? Around 148.750. That place there. You know what? I was actually looking at the same thing too, and the reason why I have the zone over here is because this is a pretty neat range, right? Because if price, okay, let's take a look at this for a little bit over here. If this is our support, right? And if price breaks below 148, let's say 650, 660, you got like a 11 pip range till this wick, and then entire 30 pip range going all the way down towards 148, 350. So that's actually not a bad idea. That's something we can entertain once we come down to this area. But yeah, that's actually a pretty good idea. Let's take a look at this gold analysis. Looking for sells below 138. Oh. 1738, I would think. Yeah, makes sense. 1738. I think at the same time, yeah, we're coming down to 1738, 1737. But the train has already left. I think this was the seller right here once we broke below 1744. Yeah, the train has already left. Now we're coming into some sort of an area over here where price may reject, so we're going to keep an eye on that. This is a 30-minute chart, so also looking for buys above 200. Do you think that's a good idea? See, here's the thing. I knew this question was going to come up. So we got some rejections at 149.300, right? So once price breaks above 149.200, we're expecting price to break above, like during the NY Open, NYSE Open, and when those times hit, we know there's volume in the market, and that we're expecting that volume to drive price up. So that's all what it is at this point. We're just anticipating volume to drive price up. Why are you focusing more on the chat on what Raja is saying? Oh. Someone's putting someone in place in the gulag over there. All right. Yeah, looks good. We got no trade range over here. Let's see here. Let's see what do we got. What else do we have over here? We got Peter. Would you entertain a sell if we build a resistance now? if we build a resistance now on pound yen, would I entertain a sell? No, I would not entertain a sell. And the reason why is because if we create a resistance, we got consolidation over here. So better sell is going to be below 148.650. And then an even better sell than that is going to be below 148.300 because you got cleaner range down over here. You know, because here's the thing, man. Price can move at all times of the day. At all times of the day, price can move. You can find buys, you can find sells. But the idea is to find good, solid trades. That's what we're looking for here. Ooh, zero drawdown trade. Very nice. Secure 50% full TP hit on gold. Beautiful. Yeah, I think you're done for the day over here. That was a pretty nice move from 1744 all the way down to 1742. You said yesterday in the video in microfluidity, the faster you learn from your losses, you don't make mistakes again, the faster you become profitable. Thank you for everything. Oh, nice. Beautiful. You know, it's always an amazing thing when someone comes to a stream or like, you know, joins microfluidity and they find consistency in any sort of way, whether it comes from like, you know, enjoying to limit losses or to do risk management, or like, you know, even find consistency in having withdrawals and profits. You know, it's also pretty good. I live in Thailand. Do you ship magic keys to Thailand? No, we actually we're sold out of all magic keys, and we're working on a new version. I think that new version is going to be released this week. The front face of the new version is going to be released this week, and then yeah, that's what we're changing to. So we got some good things coming up in the way here. USDJPY buys above 106.730. Looks good. Sells below this area. Yeah, looks good. Perfect. This is a excellent example of clean ranges. So you got a clean range here possibly on the higher time frame, and sells over here. You got clean range here as well. It's pretty good. We're in a tight range at this point, and if we break out of this tight range, I think that's going to be a pretty good trade for price to continue. How do I get access to the chat on his screen? Oh, you cannot get access to that. But you have access to the Gulag, the YouTube screen. It's like the same thing over here. Let's take a look at this GU chart over here. So GU, looking for sells if this candle closes bearish, okay? My only concern is that if this 30-minute candle closes bearish, would sell still be valid even though 1 hour closed bullish? See, that's going to be pretty tough at this point, because it's the same thing as this 30-minute candle closing bearish on pound yen, but the 1 hour candle still staying bullish. So I think, okay, let's take a look at pound USD here. Let's take a look at pound USD. So what you're looking at is, let's take a look on the 4 hour. 4 hour is ranging at this point. Yeah, 4 hour is ranging. We got a range over there. We got a support down over here. Looking at the 1 hour time frame now, and looking at the 1 hour, we got to wait for this 1 hour candle to close. We still got about 10 minutes. So now we can kind of like adjust this zone based on the 1 hour time frame. So probably remove it and put our zone right over here. Now let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame. On the 30-minute, now we can adjust the support further. And yeah, I think it's going to be pretty tough, you know, because you got a 20 pip range, but at the same time, you know, as price comes down, there's a little bit of a, like, you know, I mean, consolidation here. So you got to put yourself in a really good spot to have a winning trade. I think if we move this resistance a little bit higher over here, let's move it up over here. If you get a close above now at this point, above this area here, now you got a cleaner range, right? Now you can anticipate price to probably continue up to fill this wick 11 pips away and then continue on towards 1 point, you know, like 1.400, which is like almost 26 to 32 pips away. But this is going to be a range at this point. So you need to wait for price to kind of like, you know, break below or break above. What's the difference with the new one? The big difference between the new Magic Keys is going to be it's rechargeable. It's rechargeable, much more sleeker design. I really like it. So it's going to be released. The design and everything is going to be released this week, and yeah, I think Yeah, that's the only information I can give right now. What's the difference between Oanda chart and FXCM? There's no difference at all. They're just two different liquidity providers. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here from Burga Rabi. Burga Rabi from the Gulag. Let's see here. Let's see here. The price can't break resistance. Price consolidating. Safer buys over here. Oh, nice. So you're looking for buys above 149.300. Looks good. Kind of like the same area, but like 10 pips away. Still looks good. Will the new Magic Keys be pricier than the older one? Yes, it's going to be pricier. It has a lithium battery, so that increases the shipping costs, you know, because when you ship batteries, it basically increases risk of potential fire, you know, it's a fire hazard. So that's why it's going to be a little bit pricier. See here, will be for native Mac? No, you still have to use Parallels. All right, so hit stop loss right over here. Executed sells at this point. Oh, dumbest thing I've done is not secure some profits when the price was retracing back. Yeah, that's the thing. Price moved 7 pips in my direction. Was expecting to hit my 15 pips. Hit stop loss. Yeah, I think whenever price hits your comes into profits, never let it go into drawdown with your full position. That's something you can learn from that. You know, I always close like 50% when it comes to my entry point. I buy a new one 2 months ago. Do I have to buy the newer one? No, you don't have to buy the newer one. The new Magic Keys, it has no extra features. It's the same thing. It's just like it's a newer design, and it's you don't need batteries for it. All right, let's see here. Why don't you create an app instead of hardware Magic Keys? The reason why we didn't want to have an app was because having a handheld device was much better. You know, the entire inspiration came from Bloomberg having their own keyboard, and we're like, hey, wait a minute, we're like almost 12 million people who use MetaTrader all around the world, and how come we don't have something like that? So that's my goal. My goal is to have this in the hands of like around 12 million people. And yeah, it's gonna take a long time. All right, what's this question over here? I spent 8 months in learning, completed whole Baby Pips course, and watched almost all of your live streams. Today I started my account and put 2% daily target goal, already up by 1%. Oh, nice. I think having a 2% daily target goal in the beginning is pretty good, but even if you're doing, let's say like 1%, 1.5%, that's also pretty amazing. All right, let's take a look here. Let's take a look at this chart. Oh, wrong chart there, sent by Osman. Mr. Osman, naughty, sending a wrong chart first thing in the morning. Is the Magic Keys program that shows the pips of your open trades? I find risk management easier when paying attention to pips only. Yes. You can also change your pips, your profit to pips on the bottom right corner of your MetaTrader by right-clicking it. How many units have been sold? I don't know, probably around a lot. We've gone through a lot of units. I can't disclose that information yet, but we've gone through a lot of units. So this is a sell on gold. Sell below here. Bearish trend support form and 30-minute time frame for price to continue down. Hoping for full TP. Okay. Yeah, gold may be reacting to this price level right over here, 1741. I can tell you this much about Magic Keys and the way, like, you know, it really provided value to a lot of people. The first month we sold around 30 Magic Keys, around 30, yeah. In the last 3 months, we've gone through around 1,000. And it's only because of providing value, amazing customer support. We have a big team working here based on like customer support, customer relations, troubleshooting, and all that stuff. So You know, like a lot of those things went into like, you know, building a pretty big brand. What do you think about the GJ cells? I don't think anything about the GJ cells. Maybe GJ cells are going to be better below 148, you know, 650. Do you let Magic Key designed by fabric? No, it's not fabric, man. It's plastic. What do you mean? All right. All right, we looked at this chart here. We got 30-minute candle closing down, third attempt to sell, first attempt hit stop. Oh, third attempt to sell. I think if you took 3 trades and two, okay, let's say if you took 2 trades and both of those 2 trades didn't work. So let's see over. First attempt hit stop loss 10 pips, second attempt after giving 30 pip closed at BE. Third attempt was successful and bring my loss back. I think you should really start to scold yourself right over here that you were in 30 pip profits and you didn't secure. What's going on over there, right? So you always got to secure positions, man. You can't let positions run openly. Let's see here. Would you consider to emphasize a bit more about psychology management on the next webinar? I mean, in the case I could easily absorb the topic you teach us. Oh, okay. Like, I now understand how important it is. Okay, psychology management. Okay, yeah, we can go through that in the next webinar. Mainly, it's only at like 1 or 2 trades a day. That's it. The best way to be consistent in, I would say, okay, here's the best way to be consistent in 2.5 months, you have to stick to 1 or 2 trades a day. That's it. There's no ifs and buts around that at all. Just 1 or 2 trades a day, and that's all what you got to do at this point. You know, at this point right here, price is ranging. We're waiting for price to break below 148.650 to take a potential selling position. Looking at pound yen is also coming down at this point. Even though you could have taken a sell over here, but you got consolidation over here. You always have to identify where you're going to have consolidation and where you want clean moves to happen. So I want clean moves to happen above, you know, 149.200 or below 148.650. Alright, so this is the start of the new 1 hour candle at this point. Looks like some people did take sells over here. Entry was here on the year JPY. Nice. First target hit at this point. Beautiful. We got a support over here too. Have you thought about making a version of Magic Keys which is metal? This new version is actually metal. It's not metal, but it gives the feeling of metal, just like the iPhone. You know, so it's very sleek in design. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a buy position, second entry targeting resistance and support. Your price was up over here. Got one more trade to leverage profits now. Beautiful. Nice. You took a trade in the range. I'm actually waiting for price to break below 148.650 because now, from the looks of it, this is a pretty hard range here. And if we do close below or break below these wicks, I think we can continue moving bearish. So that's something I'm going to be waiting for here now. Hey, Raja, when you didn't have the live stream, how did you trade? Did you sit in front of the computer? Yes. Yes, we did. We actually used to have a live chat, you know. We used to have a live chat and we would have that chat open and that's all we would do at that point. We'd have the chat open and we just like, you know, type away and talk to each other and we talk about price and the movement, and if someone was entering positions, we would talk about that. And then a point came where we were like, hey, like, you know what, this is just ridiculous. Let's just start hosting webinars. And that's what we did. Then we started hosting a Zoom session and everyone got on the Zoom sessions and we just like, you know, talked and, you know, took trades all together as a family, as a group, as a community. And then one day, you know, Ted said, hey, like, you know what if we just open these sessions for everybody? That's what we did. We're like, okay, well, I think that's going to be a pretty cool idea because we're making money from trading anyway, and having this open for everybody may give insight to other people on how we trade and how we make money and call out trades, you know, and that's what we did. We started from Twitch. Twitch unfortunately banned us for some reason, and then we moved to Mixer. We went to Mixer, and Mixer turned out that not a lot of countries supported Mixer, and then we came to YouTube, and that's our story for the live streams, and then we came to YouTube, and now we have a lot of, and when we started live streams, we got a lot of backlash from the community that, oh, these guys are doing live streams now, they can't even trade, it's a useless idea. But hey, guess what, we innovated, thought outside the box, came with a live stream, and now we have a lot of other live streams that pop up. We got the Asian session live stream, London session live stream. We got a lot of live streams that run with us in the New York session here as well. So that's how it all started. And now we have people who charge for live streams. So there are a lot of things that are happening at the same time. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a gold chart here. You got to sell at this point. Target 20 pips. Close full when the 15-minute candle bullish rejected the area. Okay, that's nice. Pretty good. So you manage risk at that point. I realized that when you are sitting, you are not stopped out. When you are sitting, you are not stopped out. Well, I'm not in a trade, so I can't get stopped out. How many pips was this? From 1743, came down to 1742 almost. You could have secured something, but if you manage risk, I think that's pretty good. Who hosts the Asian session streams? What time does it start? Let me show you right over here. So you go to youtube.com, and I'm going to show you who hosts the Asian. The Asian session streams only run for like Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's called Mac Attack. I think it should be called Asian Attack, but we'll go with Mac Attack. I'll paste the link in the YouTube chat for you guys right there. So yeah, they only run from Tuesday and Thursdays, and sometimes, they catch some pretty good moves. But I think the Asian session is pretty good to kind of like map out your moves for pre-London, London Open, stuff like that. Because sometimes, the Asian session ranges, and when price ranges, that's your opportunity to kind of like plan out trades for sessions when there's going to be a lot of volume in the market. How do I know my personality? Well, that's a pretty interesting question. I'm a swing trader, scalper, intraday, man, I'm just stuck. Sometimes I do scalp and win and think scalping may good for me, and same goes for intraday as well. I think you need to stick with one thing. You need to just stick with one thing and let it take time. Because sometimes what happens is when you're scalping, we have this wrong idea of scalping. Or scalping doesn't mean you sit in the charts and just trade away and scalp away. Scalping means just take one trade a day, 2 trades a day, small moves, and that's it. Call it a day. Oh wow, look at that. Looks like gold really did reject this area we talked about. Rich Market Fluidity. Good morning. Good morning to you, Rich. Took an Asian session trade and took a loss and gave the trade a second chance in London session. Let's take a look at the second chance over here. So you took a buy over here at this point. Price broke the high, went up. Nice. Pretty good move here for buys. Can you tell me what's moving gold bullish? Price action. This thing right over here. That's moving gold bullish. And we're coming up to the same area where we formed resistance here. There's no news over here. It's just price action. We kind of like broke below this area, came down, and you look right over here to the left hand side. We had some sort of a resistance, and price consolidated, went up. So maybe that's where gold is rejecting at this point. What I can see from gold is like above 1746, we have clean candles. The only thing you should look at are clean candles, right? Above 1746, you got clean candles going all the way towards 1749. And that's around 30 pips away. 28, 29 pips away. Let's see here. Okay, we're still stuck here in pound yen over here. As a part-time trader, what I want to choose, swing trading or catching 20 pips every day? I don't know. I have no idea. That's the same thing as asking me, hey man, do you think what type of a dancing is going to be better for me? Salsa dancing or bhangra, the Punjabi bhangra? Like, what should I do? I have no idea. I have no idea what you should do. You should try to figure that out yourself. You know, when I first started trading, I understood my personality. So you need to understand what type of personality you have. I have a very impulsive personality, you know. And when you have an impulsive personality, that means I'm very impatient and I want my reward ASAP and call it a day. And that was my personality. I couldn't hold swing trades because I'm an impatient person. So that's what I did. I stuck to scalping trades, you know, 1 or 2 trades a day, and that's it. Some people swing trade, so you may look for 1 or 2 trades a week. Let's see here. If you would be in a second trade and you would get stopped out, would you be looking how to get? No, I would. Oh, would you? And you still looking at how to get second entry? In that case, trade would go your way, or would that be classified as a third trade? Would you get stopped out? Would you still? No, that's it. If I'm in a second trade and my second trade gets stopped out, I'm calling it a day at that point. Can you explain how our trades become money? Yes, you open the lot size and the lot size moves based on pips, and then those pips convert to money. I don't know the specific technicalities behind it, because me knowing those technicalities is not going to make me trade better. So I'd rather not spend time on that. If you open a trade and it goes up 7 pips, now it's started to come down to your entry point. Do you close 50%? Yes, I close 50% at entry point. Edu Benlok from YouTube. Hey Raja, can you take a look at this GU trade idea? All right, let's take a look over here. 7 a.m. right now, 1st of March. So GU, looking for sells below this area for price to go down. Where could I place my target with the mess on the left? See, as price comes down and we break below this area at this point, you're anticipating volume to push price. But you're right, this area may cause some sort of an issue. This area right over here, it may cause some sort of an issue. So I'd be wary of that area as price comes down. But ultimately, you would want that area to break, you know, because that's where the market opened. And if price breaks that area, that means the weekly candles are going to turn bearish at that point. If you would only take 1 trade per session, how would you know which trade to take? Good point for the psychology webinar. How would you know which trade to take? That's going to come with that's a very subjective question, right? If you're looking at this scenario right over here, how would you know which trade to take? Of course, you're going to plot out your areas, right? And if I plot out my areas, I'm like, okay, if price breaks above 149,200, I might take a buy right over here. You know, that's my plan. If price breaks below, let's say 148,650, I might take a risky sell right over here, or if I choose to wait, I might take a better sell below 148,300. So it comes to planning, right? If you're going to take a buy, then where are you going to take a buy? If you're going to take a sell, where are you going to take a sell? You know, or if you're going to wait. So at this point, I'm just waiting right now because we are in a range, and this is something I'm going to call a no trade range over here. No trade range. So knowing which trade to take, it all comes from, like, you know, planning, plotting out your charts, and really identifying on which, like, you know, zone are you going to take a trade. Looks like GU is also ranging at this point. Started the week with 6%. Again, half the merit. Oh, nice. Thanks for your patience teaching us. My advice at Forever Trader is to compare this period to other periods of small ranges. Yeah, it's always nice to see people, like, you know, people move up the ladder here slowly. Let's take a look here. Ooh. What do you think of setting a sell stop on GJ at 148,650? I don't think that's going to be a good idea, because what may happen is that if your sell stop gets activated at 148,650, it might look at this wick to the left hand side and then retrace back in the range, because at one point this candle broke below 148,650 and tried to continue down, but it came back in the range. So that's something you'll have to be careful about. All right, let's see here. Is your bias a buy? I'm actually looking at both buys and sells. So right now we're just waiting at this point. Let's take a look at Euro JPY coming back in the range. Let's look at USD JPY. USD JPY, we still got our range at 106, 920, 106, 900. Looking at the daily time frame, that's the top of the range right over here. Looking on the 4-hour time frame, yeah, we still got some range to continue moving up. So we're going to look at the 30-minute over here. So we got a support down at 106, 690. We got a resistance up at 106, 730. So we're ranging at this point. Yeah, this is a pretty good range here on your USD/JPY because we can break below. We got clean range going down. We can break above, and we got clean range going up as well. How many months should I trade in demo so that I can be profitable? How can you be profitable in demo? You have to go to a live account, because when you go to a live account, then you're going to understand, like, you know, how profitable you are, how you manage your emotions when it comes to real money. So that stuff is going to be pretty important at that point. How will today's news affect gold? I have no idea. If I knew how it's going to affect gold, I wouldn't be here. I'd be making millions every day if I knew how news is going to affect gold. Man, we're not magicians. We can just speculate the market. Overall, I do think gold should be continuing bearish with the incoming, like, you know, really good NFP that they're expecting. I want to start my real account with $1,000, but as per you suggested, I've started with 665. Nice. Got 8% gains in the last 3 days using 1 to 2 risk management. That's pretty good. You just gotta keep on doing that. That's it. I mean, the secret to success is not about learning new things. It's about really perfecting the things you already know. That's the secret I've seen in business, in trading, in mentorship and coaching. That's it. It's not about learning new things. It's about really perfecting the things you already know, and really perfecting the what's it called? The systems you have in place. Like, you know, for like businesses, you look at your business systems, your invoicing, your stuff like that, distribution. For trading, you look at your, like, you know, 1 to 2 trades a day, your risk management. Like, you know, if your losses are bigger, you're trying to see how to really lower down your losses and stuff like that. Do you think that GJ pip range in March will be better than the other month? We have no idea. We have no idea. Like last year, March was an amazing month. I think, yeah, March was one of the best months I had ever last March because of the volume and volatility from the virus, you know, lockdowns and stuff like that. So we have to take it by the year. But what I do know is that if we look at pound yen over here, let's go to pound yen. Let's go to the full chart. If you look at the monthly time frame, we're actually in another rejection area at this point. So let's remove all this. You can see right over here the monthly candle, right? So we had a much bullish move. So we don't know whether this monthly candle is going to retrace or continue up to, like, you know, fill that wick over there. Looking at the weekly as well, weekly previous candle closed a little, like, you know, weaker bullish candle. So we don't know whether this weekly candle is going to continue up or not. But what we do know is that the previous weekly candle closed below this resistance around 150. We closed below 150, so 150 is a pretty strong level there too. How much does fear play a role in executing trades? Fear comes from not knowing how much you're willing to lose. When you know how much you're willing to lose, then there's no fear at that point. How is your FLT stock doing? I have no idea. I have 10,000 in it, and I have no idea how it's doing. It's up in profits. That's all what I do know, because I bought it at $1.38. Actually, let's take a look over here. The market's not going to open at till 9:30 here anyway. What was it? Oh, Canada drone delivery. Oh, drone delivery stock. This is it right here. Oh, we're at $1.76. Not bad, not bad. So if you look at over 6 months, it was at 69 cents. So slowly, like, you know, it made a high at around $2.38, and now we're slowly coming down. But I'm holding it for about, like a year, year and a half, 2 years. So we'll see how that goes over the next, 6 months. Dwayne Brown, yo coach, I did a withdrawal on Vantage on Thursday and funds still have not left my account. Do you know if they only process withdrawals on specific days? If you did it on Thursday, Friday, maybe they processed on Friday, Saturday, Sunday you got holidays, Monday, Tuesday, give it to like Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I remember my withdrawal took about a week and a half. Yeah, when I emptied my account, that took about a week and a half. That was for about 260 or 270. It took about a week and a half. But like smaller amounts, like 10,000, 4,000, it takes about 3 days, 4 days tops. Hey, what's this? Verdus, your streams helped develop the price action strategy. Thank you so much. Stress off my shoulders. Oh, nice. Taking stress off of your shoulders and putting them on my shoulders. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is GJ 1 hour chart. No trade range potential sells below the low would wait for a retest of 61 fib. But sadly, we don't see that fib over here, but I'll take your word for it. Anybody invested in Virgin Galactic? No idea what that is. Any update on Dominion markets? We're waiting for some legalities to get sorted out by Metacodes. So whenever that's going to be. So probably we're looking at this week. Every week we think it's going to be that week. But, things just keep on getting delayed and delayed. So it's becoming harder to open a brokerage now because, of all like the false hope that some other smaller brokers give, so the regulations are clamping down on Metacodes at this point. So they're doing their due diligence to make sure whoever gets the license is probably not going to screw people over. So I think that's the wait at this point. What do you think is a good percentage to do a month of trading? Well, Juan Gonzalez, I think that's totally up to you. I don't focus on percentage risk per month. I focus on having a winning trade a day. If I can have a winning trade a day, whatever percentage that's going to be over a month, it's pretty good. Pretty good. What do you think about Daniel's brokerage? I think it's pretty good. I haven't traded on it, I haven't seen it, so I have no comments on that. GoatFX took 9 months. Yeah. See, it took 9 months, so it's really, really getting harder to get into the brokerage business at this point. Did you need to bring together a team to open? Yes. It's not labor intensive at all. It's a lot of paperwork and a lot of legalities you have to sort out. Mr. VIP. Oh, Mr. VIP using bad language. Come on, man. Let's not use bad language in my language. If people don't understand it, I understand it. Alright, Supreme Timo channel. Let's take a look at this chart over here. And we're also keeping an eye on gold at this point, as gold is coming up towards 1746 to break above. Gotta wait for this candle to close. So let's take a look at this chart here by Supreme Timo channel over here. Ooh, you got AUD USD sells. 1 hour candle close here, also entry right over here. Let's zoom in, see what you did. Price goes down, came down to support, you held it, and you took profit down over here. It's pretty good. Pretty nice trade. I would have probably taken it below the support over here for price to go down. I like a little bit of extra confirmations here. You probably have answered this question 1,000 times, but could you please tell me why you choose GJ and not the most popular Euro USD? The reason why I didn't choose Euro USD because that pair is a piece of shit. I don't like that pair at all, man. It's let's take a look over here. Euro USD. I have never won a trade on Euro USD. Never ever I won a trade on Euro USD. So that's why I don't trade USD. Plus also it's one of the most manipulated pair as well, because even though it's mostly popular use, it's just like I've never want to trade on USD. Every time I trade it, it just ranges, and every time I see a good a good setup to trade, I trade it, it doesn't work out every time. And every time when I'm not looking at it, it just moves so nicely. I even spent about 4 months on USD, but I didn't win a trade. Did not win a trade. And I'm like, okay, you know what? That's it. Forget about it. And then I forgot about it. I forgot about it so much that I even don't like looking at analysis on USD. When people send me charts, I just cringe at those charts. I'm like, no, not this chart. Send me something else, but not Euro USD. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. Gunny Man, you got GBP AUD. Ooh, we got some 1 hour chart here looking for the wick fill. Let's take a look at that on the 30-minute and stuff like that. Let's take a look on the 4 hour here first. So 4 hour basically tapped into a resistance. We're also tapping into some sort of a support over here. Let's take a look on the 1 hour time frame, 30-minute time frame. Yeah, it's pretty messy over here. So looking at 30-minute time frame, we got a support right here. Ooh, this is Pitchfork. I wonder what Pitchfork does. All right. Enough of horseplay over here. So we got support at 1.8300. The next support is 30 pips away. It's got a pretty clean range over here for price to go down. It also seems like that GBP AUD sort of did somewhat of a fake out here, right? Because we had resistance over here at this point, and price went up and broke this resistance, came back down. So probably did a fake out. We can't really take a buy over here for this wick fill because candle closed like a small bearish candle, and we gotta wait over here now. I mean, if we break below this support, you got some opportunity for price to continue down in this clean range to the left hand side. So that's something you can probably focus on GBP AUD. Do you think IC Markets is a good broker to be with long term? Yeah, I think they're pretty good. I was with IC Markets for a good 2 years. Man, IC Markets, they have the biggest spreads. No, the best spreads out there. IC Markets. See, this gold didn't really close above 1747, and it's rejecting that at this point. Wicks don't lie. Forex ban in Pakistan. I can't withdraw my money. Well, looks like there's a bit of a problem then. Why did you deposit money if you knew you wouldn't be able to withdraw that money? Let's take a look at this gold idea over here. Gold idea sells below 1743, TP 1737, buys above 1747. Buys above 1747 makes sense. Sells below 1743, you're looking at right over here, below this area. Okay, yeah, that makes sense too. Because if we're targeting this wick over here, let's take a look at that on the 30-minute time frame. Yeah, I think that looks pretty solid for price. I mean, if price breaks its own low at 1743, I think we got enough. Oh yeah, it's like a 13-14 pip range. It's kind of pretty small at that point. Okay, yeah, so Forex is not banned in Pakistan. It's still legal. Yes, it's still legal. I think some websites got blocked or something. If IC Market was so good, why did you leave IC Markets? Well, IC Markets left Canada. I didn't leave IC Markets. They left us. Canada basically told IC Markets to, hey, you guys can't do your operations here anymore. And then that was it. I have a bad habit of blowing my account after being consistent for three to 5 weeks. Do you ever struggle with this? I used to struggle with that, but then I started focusing on 1 or 2 trades a day. That's it. You focus on 1 or 2 trades a day, and then your focus aligns with what you want to see from that. and then that's it. You have to focus on 1 or 2 trades a day. The only way people lose money, I'll tell you this, right? There are only 2 ways guys lose money. The first way is overtrading, and the second way is over risking. There's no other way you're going to lose money. You see it from your trading history, you see it from, like, everything you've done with executions and stuff like that. I'm having a side conversation with somebody about why going to college is a better idea rather than to pursue trading. I think if you're 17 and you're 18 and you're looking to go full-time trading just because you saw someone on Instagram do that, I think that's a very, very bad idea. That's an extremely bad idea to do that. There are a lot of college programs that you can get enrolled in which don't require any fees and stuff like that. You could try to get some grants, try to get some loans to go to college. I think college is really, really important. But at a young age of 17, 18, 19, man, please don't ruin your future by not going to college and by looking at some retard making money on Instagram and thinking you're going to do the same. It doesn't work well. College is 200,000 in debt. No, it's not. There are other programs where you can get into college and pay way less than that. And trust me, man, it's no. Imagine Forex doesn't work out. Just imagine you trade, you lose money, you go in debt, you can't pay people back, you didn't go to college, and now you got to go to a minimum wage job at some point. If you go to minimum wage job at some point, if you couldn't pay people back and you don't have any college education, it's going to get really, 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 really hard. Now, someone's going to say, oh yeah, but no, you can still make it. Yeah, of course you can still make it, but that's the percentage of the population who makes it. Maybe there's 10% of those people who make it. And I'm pretty sure if we have 10 people, only 2 make it, the rest 8 will not make it. So, you can't count on that smaller percentage to make it. It's a pretty hard place to be in, trust me. I was struggling with my lot size since I used the fixed lot size instead of fixed percentage. Improving. Oh, nice. So we got the new 30-minute candle open at this point. Looking at pound yen is still ranging over here. Really looking for price to break above 149.200 or kind of like break below 148.650 and see what happens. Gold is also continuing down towards 1741. I think breaking below 1741 is going to be a much better move for price. Oh wow, look at gold. Yeah, I think gold's going to continue moving bearish at this point. We broke the low of the weak bullish candle. I think it should continue down to fill this wick, and if there's more momentum, we should continue dropping further down. Yeah, below the support. Alright, Mr. Gurdeep has his mic unmuted. Sir, can you please mute your mic? It's going to be highly appreciated. So waiting for break below this area. Yeah, looks good. We got a stronger support at that point. Below 1741 for price to continue going bearish till at least 1730. 1739, 1738 from right over here. What I'm looking for is pound yen to kind of like break above this area or break below. Hey Raja, Forex is not legal in Canada. India. Oh, I know that. You really can't do anything about it. Alright, from here, now gold should continue dropping at this point. We're also breaking below these wicks over here too. A swift move on gold, 17 pip move. Now the whole problem is you need this 5-minute candle to stay below 1741 so we can continue moving bearish at this point. This candle is going to close in about 2 minutes. I can't enter like this, man. That's fine. Hey, listen. If if someone misses a trade today, the first day of the month, the first day of the week, do not stress about missing a trade. You got your whole month left. If you had a really bad February, it's okay. That's totally fine. Now you can change that whole thing around in March, right? If you didn't do a withdrawal in February, that's totally fine. You know, look forward to doing a withdrawal in the next 2 weeks. Just look forward to that. Have you taken any trades today? No, I haven't taken no trades so far. None. I was actually looking to take sells on gold, but this thing moved really quick from 1743. So at this point, I'm just waiting over here. I'm actually going to wait for pound yen, but it does seem like gold's going to continue moving down to 1738.
I just good morning, by the way.
Hey,
I just don't trust this move on gold so far. Let's see how this 5-minute candle close at least.
Oh wow.
Yeah. 4-hour structure looks nice, but I still don't believe this drop.
This drop. Well, we got clean candles down to 1738. It would make sense for it to come down there.
Yeah, it should come down, but let's see how the 5-minute candle close. Still too early for the 4-hour candle. Pay attention what happened at 1740. That's why. It's only 20 pips. Yeah.
Which broker is good for someone who want to start in Canada? You got Blackpool Markets, did pretty good. You can do like bank deposits with them as well. Let's see this here. So 1740, you got like a 15, 20 pip stop. You got like a 28 to 30 pip gain over here. How to bring my confidence back after a loss? I think you need to take a look at that loss and see how you could have minimized that loss and, like, you know, start a new day with a new thinking and a new trade. And just stop thinking about the big loss. That's the best way to kind of like go about that area. All right. New 5-minute candle is about to start. There we go. New 5-minute candle has started at this point. The best thing to see is going to be some sort of a range and then break off a low to continue down. That's something I want to see at this point on gold. I may execute on gold as well, somewhere at like 1740.
Yeah, if it breaks below the 5-minute candle, you can get a nice drop. At least you already had the confirmation that the 5-minute candle closed below that support, previous structure. Now pay attention what's gonna happen with this 5-minute candle. Anything breaking below the current 5-minute, it's gonna be a nice drop.
Oh yes.
Other than that, this can become a fake up, grabbing liquidity to retest those highs toward 1749. I still have a lot of time to take gold sells later on.
Yeah, I'm thinking with NFP, we should continue down to retest the lows we made last week.
Yeah.
1760s and down to 1716. Do you plan on trading for the rest of your life? Probably not. Trading at this point is just like a hobby now every morning, you know, with you guys. That's all what it is. So if there's a sell executed at 1740, looking at 18, 17 pip stop with like a 20 pip gain. Yeah, that would make sense. Someone asked you what broker to use, and you recommended Black Bull instead of your own broker. Oh, yeah, because like with Dominion Markets, the only deposits are going to be via crypto and maybe some PayPal. But like for Canadians, if you want to do bank drafts, bank wires, stuff like that. Bank wires, sorry, not bank draft. Blackbird Market is pretty good. Plus, also we're friends with Blackbird Markets. All right, we're about to break below this low over here. Also, Blackbird Market sent me a mouse pad as well. $17.40 right here. We broke below the low. 15 pip stop. Ooh, nice. Look at that push. We should continue down to 17.38 at this point. It's going to be a beautiful move here on gold. Already up about 8 pips, 10 pips almost.
Nice.
Oh, whoa, damn. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, wow.
Holy moly, let's go.
I secured right over here.
Yeah,
Now
I'll secure some already.
Oh, wow. Crazy.
Holy.
Damn.
Stop loss and break even. Let's see.
Wow. Hey, if people in the Gulag, if you guys got this trade, give a like on the stream, subscribe to the channel, and you cannot say that we did not call this out. We called it out. Called out the stop loss, called out the TP. I mean, didn't get to TP, but gave you a chance to secure profits.
Yeah, 20 pips, really nice.
Nice. I got like around 17. Wow, look at that.
See at the break of the 5-minute can, the previous 5-minute candle, beautiful drop. No drag down, nothing, man. Just a straight drop. Boom. That's really easy. Jesus.
Nice. Beautiful. One trade for the day. First trade of the month here, actually. Solid, profitable trade.
Yes. First a month. Really nice.
Yeah, that was amazing. I mean, if you guys put your stops at break even, I mean, if it continues falling, man, amazing. There's actually no drawdown from this.
No, I'll drag down. That's the beauty of waiting.
Entry was at the low of the previous candle, right? Yes, I actually entered a little bit early, expecting it to break the low. But even though, if you entered once it broke the low, it's still pretty good. Still got some decent pips at that point.
Looks like 1740 will be our new resistance for a little bit.
Man, come to think about it, this trade took less than 2 minutes.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Even less than 2 minutes, almost like 1 minute. Went straight down. I placed a buy trade. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all.
1740 is on your resistance.
30 seconds, Raja?
30-second trade, yep.
Yeah, from 12, yeah. From 12.38.50 to 38.
Oh wow, look at that. It should continue down.
Yeah.
I want to see what happens at 35. If we break 35, I feel like we're dead. Like it's over.
You're more profitable in gold. I think I'm more profitable in gold is because I really pick and choose the trades I take in gold. Ooh, look at that, man. We smashed through 1737, 1738.
Yeah.
Pound yen is still ranging over here. GA is still ranging here. Amazing.
Wow. Very nice. Now with the current 15-minute candle in the next 3 minutes, we're only gonna get two things are gonna happen. A straight drop toward maybe 10 more pips, 1736 at least. And
Yeah.
the next 15-minute candle is gonna either reject that area or continue dropping, straight drop.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't want to see this 15-minute candle pulling all the way back up toward the entry that we got.
Yeah. Wow, look at that, man. Crazy. Whoever's still holding over here and secured profits in the Gulag or Zoom chat, man, clap for yourself here today. Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, damn!
And
This
I'm
thing is
telling
going!
you,
Oh, god damn, man. 1736.
holy.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Yo, Raja, did you close yet?
Yeah, I closed at like, I took like 17 pips out of it.
That's nice.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a good trade, though. If
Bro,
you held that bad boy,
wow. Man, I would have been up like $4,000 here.
Secure, yeah.
Yeah, I only closed like 1700. Oh, wow. Look at that retracement. Damn.
Telling you, yeah.
Why? Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Why not take a buy at 148,680 on GJ? Because it's in a range. Like I'm looking for buys above 149,200 or potential sells below 148,650. So there's no buys or sells.
I mean, even in the higher time frames, and always, the higher time frames are gonna give you the best chance to get the best trade. So if you look at the 4-hour on GA, it look messy. It's a range. It's starting to trade out in a crazy pattern right there.
Yeah, even look on the 1 hour over here.
Yeah, there's no decision in the market. At this point, it can kill your account trading inside that small range.
You know what, bro? Let's compare pound yen market structure with gold market structure, right? If you look on gold on a 30-minute time frame, there are clean candles here to the left hand side. Even on the 1 hour, you have clean moves that went up. So now obviously you're going to have clean moves that go down. On pound yen over here, it's nothing like that. Not even close.
Yeah.
So gold was the right thing to do at this point. Also, the analysis we sent on Sunday, we stated that even though they're looking for good numbers for NFP, price may start moving down on gold, anticipating good moves, and then we can turn around and say, okay, like what, maybe that news is priced in. Oh wow, someone closed 40 pips there on their runner. Beautiful.
Risk free.
Damn. This gold trade paid for the gas for my car for the month.
That's how much the car drinks.
Man, this car takes like $120 gas every 4 or 5 days.
Holy smoke!
Yeah. So you gotta.
Wait, but Raza, you drive a lot.
The car is a dragon. That thing consumes a lot.
I don't drive a lot, but I have been driving a lot.
It's that V8 life, man.
Yeah.
Trust.
The other day, my wife went for groceries in the morning, right? Came back, and in the evening time, I'm like, hey, listen, are we missing anything? We have milk or bread? You sure we got milk or bread? I can go get it,
Just need an excuse to go to the grocery store.
Just need an excuse to go drive, man. Do you think GJ will remain in the range until Wednesday news? No idea. Absolutely no idea at all. What we can do anticipate is that if we break above 149 200, it's no longer is going to be in a range, right? And if we break below 148, let's say 300, we're still not going to be in the range, and we're going to come down to this clean range here, which is like around 30 pips. 50 pips right here. But like it is expected that mostly Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays are high volume days, because they're in the middle of the week. So that's expected, so we can expect some sort of a volume on Tuesday, Wednesdays. Just like on gold, sometimes gold ranges on Mondays, sometimes it trends on Mondays. And the same thing with the pound yen too. Sometimes it ranges, sometimes it trends, and we just got to go off of the information that we have available.
Yeah. And the good thing with gold right now is that we just tapped the 1736 that we called with the 15-minute candle. So now we have a range to the downside. As long gold continue below 1743, 1742, it's gonna be another retest to that lower wick on the 15 minutes. You just need lower time frames confirmations on the 5 minutes, to get some sort of resistance. The same thing that happens, or always resistance to be created around 1742. If we respect that area, then it's gonna create resistance and retest those lows later on with the 4-hour candle coming from 8:30 to 9. So it's just waiting game.
I think also the most important thing to note now is that since this candle is going to come to a close, the 1 hour candle and the 30-minute candle, if it closes about 1737, it's then respecting the support.
Yeah.
It made, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna take sells on gold as well, but as soon as I clicked on sell, the one-click trading box appeared. Yeah, that has happened to me too in the past. The box appears and you're like, man, what the hell? Like, come on, get out of my way. Just execute. Hey, coach, would you take sells on GJ on the 1 hour chart? Probably sells below 148, 650 will make sense. 650, 630, because we got support right over here on 30-minute time frame. I learned a lot of things from trading from your live stream. Thank you for everything. Here's my pound yen idea. All right, let's take a look at this by Mr. Sen Eta Santos. Sen Eta Santos. Ooh, we got sells below 148, 650. I think there's a high probability to sell today and came today opening point. Looks good. We're making lower highs and lower lows with this trend line. You got the zigzag trend line going down below this level. Looks good. So just gotta wait to break this area and then we can come on down. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is GBP AUD. Price coming down. We got this chart right here. Ooh, look at this 15-minute candles coming down over here. The only problem is we got to wait for this candle to close at this point, because not only we got this consolidation zone at the bottom here, we don't know whether price is going to reject this area or not. I haven't looked at pound AUD a lot, so it's pretty tough to say whether this candle is going to continue driving down or the next one with NY open is continued to drive down. Gold sells below this area here. Yeah, it looks good. So you'll have to wait for price to come down to 1733 and then we can start talking about that. Any advice on hesitation? Just execute. Just execute based on what you've seen. I've seen this a lot in the past. Like this whole past month in February, we saw this a lot. Like 5-minute candle came down, break the low, and currently like, oh yeah, man, this thing will go down. And I've been seeing that a lot. And I saw that. I'm like, okay, well, it's kind of like the same thing that happened in the past. So, and then I executed. and at the same time had my stop loss. Stop loss was above the 15-minute time frame. We knew exactly how much I'm going to lose and knew exactly what the anticipation is for the trade, and executed on that. And I'm pretty happy the probability was on our side. So you just have to execute. Eats Gonzo. Kervin's accent is pretty hard to copy. As a beginner, how much account is good to get some experience according to you? I think as a beginner, even if you can have a $100 account, that's still pretty good. Because the one thing you want to learn is emotional attachment with money. And that's something important that you don't learn on a demo account. Emotional attachment to money.
Hey Raja bro, Assalamu alaikum.
Hey Raja bro, Walaikum salam, how are you?
Sir, I'm basically good. Sir, the person who was saying that Forex is banned in Pakistan is actually wrong. Forex is rocking and rolling in Pakistan. I'm using IC market and I'm depositing through local bank deposit. So I just want to say that it is working right and it is working great. Just go on with it.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, no, that's good. Because I know in India they have a lot of regulations around Forex, but not in Pakistan.
No, sir. Basically, we have the benefit of doubt because there is no lawmaking in Pakistan regarding Forex. So there is a benefit of doubt.
There's no regulation in Pakistan yet.
Yes, so...
Yeah.
Yes,
no, that's pretty amazing. Let's see here. Pound yen. Yeah, we're still waiting over here for this candle to close. We've got 5 minutes at this point. The only reason Kervin looks younger because he's Latino, man. The Latino power.
Because it's Hornito.
Kervin Hornito. Oh man.
A lot of tequila. A lot of red meat.
You can just use VPN in India. No, you don't. Modi is gonna jump through that VPN and come and get you.
Bro, what happened with India? There's a lot of restrictions. What's going on, man?
It's like a mini dictatorship that people don't want to admit it's a dictatorship.
I can tell. Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, that's what's happened. Like, there are a lot of things you can't do, and it's just wild. I'm Indian, still no problem. Okay, yeah, like some people have issues, some people don't have issues, but the biggest issue I hear from people who message me saying that, hey brother, how can I trade Forex in India? And to that, I'm like, I don't know, man. I have no idea. Tick Mill local bank support. Yeah, there we go. We got some answers coming in now. Modi is Gandu, that's the problem. Yeah.
most generic thing.
Yeah. When you're taking trades on gold, do you use the same lot size when you trade on GJ? Yes. Yeah, I use the same lot size. I use the same lot size, but it also depends on your risk as well. It's like sometimes like the stops on gold are going to be much bigger. Like they're going to be like 20 pips, 22 pips. So then you gotta lower down the lot size, right? But then this time the stop was like 17 pips, 15 pips. So from that I was like, okay, you know what? It could work at that point. So we gave it a shot. Ooh, Ant made 4% today. Beautiful. Nice. Call it a day, man. Call it a day at this point. Do you think another trade after support breaks on 30-minute candle? Probably not. If you look at the candles right now, the candle's about to close, so we got to wait for it to close. Looking at pound yen over here, we're also coming down heavy to the support here as well. 2 minutes left for this candle to close. Can you please analyze GBP New Zealand? I think you need to send a chart and we can take a look into that. Yeah, we got around 2.5 minutes left for this candle to close. Oh, it's already 8 o'clock right now. The time went by quick.
Hey, Hajar.
Hey, Raphael.
Which day do you think is the worst day to trade, Monday or Friday?
The worst day to trade is when you start blowing your account. Both, like, it depends, like it depends on what the market structure is like. It depends if price is ranging. I mean, if you look on pound yen, I mean, looking for a trade on pound yen is pretty difficult, and it happens on a Monday, so it's pretty difficult. But let's say if it was trending, making lower highs and lower lows, if it was trending nicely, giving you clean ranges, then you would say, okay, you know what, pound yen has a good trading environment. But today, I don't think it's a pretty good trading environment unless we break the support. But a good trading environment was on gold this morning. So it depends, the day you're looking at and what kind of a trading environment there is on that specific day. CDC just signed off on J&J. Will it affect the market? I think how that's going to affect gold is that's probably going to put gold bearish. If it's going to affect the market or not. Yeah, it's probably going to push gold bearish more. Because when these decisions are made around vaccines, that means the economies can start to open back up again, and when the economies start to open back up again, your currencies get stronger, and when currencies get stronger, then obviously your safe havens get weaker, right? And that includes gold and yen.
But that also, like, if people start dying from the vaccine, then it depends. Then that means the vaccine's not working.
Yeah. I have a hard time interpreting candles on 15 and 30 minute that make a higher high and a higher low in the candle. Any tips? Maybe send a chart on maybe send a chart right here, or maybe on Slack to me, and maybe kind of like, point out what's confusing you, because with that statement, it's pretty difficult to kind of like answer that question. How do you toggle from buy to sell on Magic Keys? Oh, it's pretty easy. You press this white button right over here at the bottom, and it's going to toggle you from buy to sell and sell to buy. So this is the close. So this is start of the NY Open at this point, and you can see how this candle, the 30-minute candle, closed above support. You look at the 1 hour candle, closed above support there as well. So like, I think at this point we'll need to see a break below 1735 for price to continue on further down towards 32 and 31. Also,
hey Roger, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good, thank you. I took a sell from GJ. I took a sell from 149 or 25. I'm about to send you a chart, and I'll hop on the mic maybe afterwards. And it's still running.
Nice. That's pretty good. 0.29. That's pretty good. You got like around 30 pips over here. And if you break the support, it's gone. It's gone after that. Do you know about Japanese trader Takashi Kotegawa? No, I don't know about Takashi Kotegawa. Last month I did better in sells than I did in buys. So yeah, that happens too. Sometimes you like sells better, sometimes you like buys better. In this situation here in pound yen, I honestly like buys better above 149.200 because we got a cleaner range. But if you start breaking below, like let's say 148.650, Yeah, I think we should fill this wick and continue down to at least 148, 450, something like that. But I'm not gonna be taking that second trade. Already took one trade here today on gold sells, and I think that's something I'm gonna take home today. Taking that one trade today. Ooh, someone made $500 on gold sells. Oh. Mr. Scott Herrera. Hey Raja, I just took a buy on USDJPY. Let's take a look over here. Oh, nice. We are moving up over here. Beautiful. USDJPY, after moving up, I think the stops are below the 30-minute candle, which is, I'm hoping, is around, oh, it's 5 pips. Okay. It's not bad. I'm pretty sure you can get to 10 pips over here in like an hour or two on UJ. Now, if you compare UJ with gold, there's a difference of volume of night and day. You know.
Yeah.
Do you know Tekashi69? He's a good trader. Yes. Tekashi69 lost a lot of weight too recently. My good friend Tekashi69. Alright, I'll be right back.
Hey, Karvin, bro.
Hey, man.
Bro, do you use magic keys?
Yeah, man. It's right here, my brother.
That's,
It's nothing better than this to manage trades.
yeah, bro, I've recently got mine, so I'm just practicing with it on a demo account. Let's see how it goes.
Oh, okay, okay. That's good. That's good, man.
Thanks, man.
No problem, my brother.
Hey, Kervin.
Yes, sir.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Just
Morning.
quick question. Where do you see gold possibly falling to?
Well, it's a delicate situation, like Raja used to say. With gold today, you know, this push to the upside to retest those highs. I was expecting this pullback. That's why I secured some of my runners from Friday. I didn't saw this heavy pullback on gold toward that 1756 from last night, to be honest. The reason why it pulled back really hard, in my opinion, is because it's grabbing more liquidity to continue to the downside. This is the new monthly candle, you know, starting today. So be aware that gold can literally even drop more from the prices right now, but it's really tricky because you will need more volume, and at some point that volume is probably is not gonna enter the market today. We may have a slow day today on gold. Daily candle, you know, daily candle still looking bullish on my terminal. So with a lot of rejection from 1760s, you know. So at this point, the only thing that I can think of gold for gold to drop really heavy, it's if this daily candle start turning bearish from 1732s. And if gold goes to 1732s and the daily candle start flipping bearish, then there's a huge chance that we're gonna visit 1716 again. Maybe tomorrow. If we don't get today to that area, then maybe tomorrow we can get there. But for that, I will need to see this from daily candle flipping bearish, because that's gonna give me the confirmation that we had liquidity grab from the 1760s to drive price lower, you know, 1720, 1716, 1717. But yeah, gold, it's a screaming sales, screaming salesmen. Just don't like the idea taking long term term trades on gold when there's the first day for the monthly candle. Yeah.
Failed answer. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, no problem.
Gary,
Because, yeah, man.
looking gold, looking at left, this support here and over here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you consider it or not?
Yeah. Yeah, well, not that area, but psychological numbers like 17. Let me see the 4 hour psychological numbers. 1732s. You know, it's gonna be an area to pay attention. The 1736, we already got that 1736 that we talked this morning with the closing of the 15-minute candle, came right to that target, to the 1736. So from there, if we start creating some sort of support like the 15-minute candle already did, you know, if we get a break of that bullish candle on the 15 minutes, there's a huge possibility that we're gonna visit 1744. You know, but the thing is, you don't want to mess with gold going against the trend. 4 hour candle looks nice for the bearish momentum, but that doesn't mean that gold is not gonna pull back really heavy like usually does. And you know, taking entries on gold, you know, is better go with the lower time frame structure. When you get break of lower time frame structure, you may have those nice drops, and you know your profits can be really easy. Other than that, like for example, if you want to take anybody who wants to take buys on gold on top of that 15-minute candle, you know that at any given point it's gonna retrace all the way back to retest those lows. So it's really tricky. I always pay attention on gold on the 4 hour candle, and I go with the momentum from the previous 4 hour candle. The easiest trade from today was at the break of the 4 hour candle from 5 a.m. in the morning. That break from that 4 hour candle, that was beautiful. So yeah.
Thank you very much, Gary.
Yeah, man.
Just curving.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, the monthly is just doing the up wick, no? In your opinion?
Yeah. That liquidity grab, yeah.
So we should have a monthly bearish candle.
Yeah, we're supposed to. Yeah, if price action it's you know, it's respected on gold. Yeah, definitely. To be honest, in my opinion, we will see 1500s on gold this month. It's a long way to go, but the moment we break that previous monthly candle, it's gonna be a straight drop, no matter what.
Yeah, we have some support around 16, 17 more or less on the monthly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that area where Raj is marking right now on the monthly. It's
exactly.
Yeah, I think that makes. Yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
I think that makes sense too when you think about, like, you know, about the positive NFP we're gonna have, and also about the fact that more vaccines are being rolled into, like, you know, the population. So that's gonna drop gold further, because just like as we mentioned, more vaccines, they mean the economy starts to open up back again.
Yeah, reopening and all the stuff will start working well.
So fundamentally, that makes sense too.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that. Pound yen is now coming in. It is coming in 148.6. I think like 615, something like that would be a better idea. Just below this wick over here to the left hand side. Let's take a look over here. So if you break below 148.615, stop is looking at around 10-11 pips a year. You got the wick at 8 pips away, and then you got a range to like 15 pips away. The thing is, these pairs move with such volume that sometimes you don't have to wait for candle to close.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Perfect. 148.615 stops around 9-10 pips, and then really anticipating volume to break below this wick to the left hand side and continue on moving towards 148.450 at least. Would you wait for the close of the 15-minute candle on GJ? See, if I hadn't have taken a trade on gold, I wouldn't wait for this candle to close, because this is where we're breaking below this wick for price to continue moving down and then break below this area to continue moving further down. So this should be a pretty nice move here coming down to 148.450.
Yeah.
Do you think Bitcoin has a play in how gold is moving recently? No idea. I don't know, and I don't care about Bitcoin. Man, trust me, if you have one instrument that makes you money, no problem at all, without any hesitation, just focus on that and just aim to master it. I know people around me, they make money on Bitcoin, they make money on stocks and this and that, but I just focus on what I'm really focused on. That's it. That's all I do. Did you take any trade? Yes. Took some magical gold sells. Will you be doing paper trades on Wednesday due to the UK having their budget announcement most of the day? Probably not. I won't be paper trading. I will be trading for sure. When are the Magic Keys back in stock? We're actually releasing a new version of Magic Keys. So we're sold out right now. New version updates are going to be given out this week. And probably you're going to be able to pre-order the new version of Magic Keys. Pretty excited about that.
Call the Chinese and tell them that you need a red version on the Magic Keys.
Like a red?
Red product. Remember when iPhone was launching the red product? Nice.
Oh. Probably Magic Keys 2.0 is going to have different colors with different cases on them. Do you own Magic Keys? I'm a partner in Magic Keys. Man, that whole idea was made in a group chat, basically.
I remember that.
What do you think about grinding 5-cent lots on $500 account for 2 months? I think that's a pretty good idea. I think you should start to do that, because what's going to happen is when you start grinding out 5-cent lots on a $500 account for 2 months, maybe after a month, you're going to start to identify that which trades are much more profitable for you, right? And then you're going to start to only executing on those trades and then after time goes by, you're going to be much more confident in increasing your risk naturally on that. And hey, maybe after 2 months, that $500 account goes to like $700 or $800. And then you may look back and say, okay, you know what? Maybe now I can deposit $1,000 more, and like the process is going to remain the same, but the outcome is going to be different at that point now.
Hey, Roger.
Hey, Ronald, how are you?
Not too bad. Just want to check, why would you put like a target of 148.45 when there was a strong rejection on 148.52 on the 15-minute candle?
The reason why is because we're moving in a high volume session right now, right? It's a New York session. And this is a rejection right here. You're right, at 148.530. And if price does come down, it starts rejecting this level, then you have the ability to kind of like manage your trade and maybe look to close that break even or whatever, right? But since we're in a high volume session, we're anticipating, if it's really truly breaking below 148.650, we're anticipating it to break through this area and come down into this rejection area to the left hand side.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, so like the overall, like, target is around, 148, 450, and if there's more volume, 400, which is like 20 pips away from this point here. But even if you get like 10 pips into that, 12 pips into that, I think it's going to be a pretty good idea to, like, secure some positions and let the rest run. Ooh, nice sells over here. Took an entry at the break of the low and really anticipating price to continue bearish. Yep, I think so too. The only thing you gotta identify here is that now when it comes to risk management, you need to understand that if this 15-minute candle closes bullish, or if it closes, closer to this range, then you're closing some percentage of the position. You're closing like 50%, 60%, but you're taking some risk off. I'm kind of glad that gold gave us that move earlier on in the morning, so I didn't have to focus on pound yen as much. What's the best time frame to identify a major level? It's monthly, weekly, daily. 4 hours is also a pretty good, time frame to identify levels. Imagine if the market makers watch your stream and price moves the opposite way. I'm not sure about the market makers, but I do know some big players watch our stream. 100%. I do know that. Some big players out there, they do watch our stream, and I really do appreciate it that you guys tune in here every day. Don't you think we should wait for the 30-minute candle to close? Yeah, I mean, you can wait for the 30-minute to close, no problem at all, But if price starts moving before the 30-minute candle to close, then I guess you're gonna learn about, some sort of high volume moves on small time frames. All right, let's take a look over here. Dan McCarty, hey Raja, am I high or is this really a good idea on CAD JPY? All right. This, oh damn, man, this is definitely high right now. Let me see over here. Let me bring up my Asian eyes here. Maybe that's a support right there. That's another resistance right there. Yeah, man, you're definitely stoned right now. You gotta zoom in a little bit on this chart. What a nightmare it is to look at this chart. But yeah, I mean, the only thing I can say makes sense. If it makes sense to you, you gotta look at the high time frames as well. Is GJ sell? Well, looks like it so far. This 15-minute candle needs to stay bearish. It needs to close bearish for the next ones to continue down. Only just joined. Is gold a buy? Well, Nicoletta Tertwick. So far, gold is trending down. 4-hour candle is bearish. Look at the daily candle. It's a very weak bullish candle, so probably not a buy at this point. Gold is probably going to be a buy above 1740, but the way it looks like it, if we break below these lows here again on gold, 1736, we may continue pushing bearish. Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah, we're coming down.
Breaking below 1735, 1736. Higher probability for it to continue dropping here. Just got to make sure. Yeah, this stays bearish. Pound yen is also moving down towards this wick over here.
Yeah, GG is looking nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's Go.
Hope it drops.
Very nice. Yes. It will.
Yep.
It
Gold.
will.
Kervin,
Yeah, man.
in this scenario, you would enter below the 1736.
Yeah, look at the 5-minute candle.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
The bullish one. Once you start breaking the bullish candle, then
Oh,
you
come on,
already
baby.
created a resistance. GJ is gonna make a nice drop.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, look at that gold go too. Just like, man, wow, so crazy.
Yeah.
You think it could retest 1717 again today?
Hopefully, yeah, but I don't see it going that deep today.
10 pips over
GJ.
DJ.
Okay, so guys, this is like around 10 pips on pound yen at this point. You can secure positions, you can put stops at break even if you got this trade.
Give us a like,
10. There you have it.
subscribe.
Congratulations.
Secure.
Very, very, very nice. What a day here today, man.
Give us a like. Give us a like.
What
Give us a
a day
like.
here.
It was a like the stream. I got in at 6:05. I got in like right at the break.
Wow. Amazing. Oh, wow. This is crazy today, man. Amazing day here today.
Yes. Yes, Raja Papa.
Yes, sexy time. Yes.
Dada Raja.
Wow, this is crazy.
Beautiful. I'm feeling good.
Like I should.
Neighborhood. Feeling blessed. Never trust.
What a day here today. This is the best start of the month someone could ever ask for. Look at that. Tapped into 148, 450. No problems at all. No. High volume day. New York session push, just like we talked about. Came into this rejection here to the left hand side. Amazing. Got the second set of sells on the gold here as well.
All right.
So awesome. Let's do over here.
18 pips on GJ to become a bearish daily candle. If it breaks 148, 300, Jesus.
Gold sells number 2 today. Plus 14 pips here today. Man, amazing.
Yeah, man.
What, this thing is still moving?
Once the daily flips bearish here, how far do you think it'll go?
On GJ?
Gold.
Oh, gold. Nah,
Gold is already bearish, right? On the day.
No.
On my terminal, it's about to flip.
Ooh, someone did 6% here today. Nice.
Yeah, it's about 1732 is the support on the daily candle on gold. And that liquidity from the upside, jeez, looks scary. So Mac was asking 1780, 18 on gold. Probably we got to 1730 on gold, 1728.
Yeah, 1717.
Yeah, it's a long way to go.
You know, below 1726, this is a very, very clean move. It's like an 80, 90 pip range over here.
Yeah, that's why. I think we might tap 1726 and then reject one more time from there. So yeah.
Now on GJ, we just gotta stay under 2,500.
Yeah, you can just put your stops at break even on GJ and let it run.
Yeah, I
what's that?
closed 50% on GJ. My stop loss is basically 2 pips in profits to cover the spread and commission, and that's it.
Yeah, I close 75 and I'm leaving the restaurant to 200.
All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. Anuj sent like 10 charts over here. We're just going to take a look at one. All right, what's this?
It's a video.
All right, no, it's loading, so we're going to skip it. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Pound yen. Oh, okay, this was a sell from the top over there. Okay. Nice. Very nice.
That's a great play.
Yeah. I went a little safer route before, you know, below 148.650. It worked out well over here.
Gold.
Man, crazy March.
GG, where are you going, gold?
if this March turns out to be like last year, holy, it's gonna be amazing.
Remember that March, man? Jesus.
Yeah.
So much volume.
People are asking, how can we pay you back for these live streams? The only best way you can pay me back on a live stream is to give a like on the stream, subscribe to the channel, and tell all your friends and family and friends and aunties and uncles about the live streams. So this GJ trade was an impulse entry? Yes. It wasn't an impulse entry, it was an entry based on the candle closing below support. Also, like, you know, once we broke below this low, so that was the entry right there for the next candle to continue down. Someone sent me, oh.
No, you won't believe what's gonna happen with gold. With GJ, I'm sorry. Can we go to the 148 400 on GJ? Do you think we can go there before the next 30-minute candle?
Yeah, sure. Let's get there.
Okay, GG, come on. Let me get those 5 pips. That's all I'm asking. Let's go.
Is there a reason why gold has been bearish since Biden has entered office? Yes, because it's considered good for the economy. Not, but we'll see. All right, coming down towards 148 400. Ooh, gold is also coming closer to 1731. Hey, I'm in this trade in gold. Should I close my position already or let it run? Please help. That's like saying, hey man, I drove to my destination. What should I do now? Please help. Let's see here. I mean, you can put your stops at break even. You can secure some positions and let the rest run. That's what you can do. Right? But all right, 441, 443, 440, 400, ooh, 435, 148, 400 coming in. 432, who's got 430? Who's got 430 for us? Oh, 425, who's got 410? 410. We need 410. Who's got 410 for us? 410, 422, 421, 424. Can you go to 400? 400. You know, when you have a runner running, it's really easy to say, okay, yeah, come on.
Yeah, come on.
426. Who's got 420 and 419? Oh, who's got 410? 410. Do we got 410 in the order books? 410. 423. I'm the guy who had 7 losses on 7-day first trade. Today is my first win on GJ. Oh, nice. Nice. Let's look at this. Oh, beautiful win over here on GJ. Very, very nice. Closed 80%, letting the rest run. Amazing. If that rest comes to 400, oh, 408. 408. Do we have 400? 400. 400 in the books right here. Oh, 401. Nice. We're going to call it a 400 right there.
Yes.
Nice. Thanks, Kervin.
Yeah, man, no problem.
Thanks for playing the game here today, Kervin, and we shall see you next time.
What happened? You closed?
No, we called the target for 100.
Yeah.
100? Oh, wow. 20 pips.
All right. Gold is on its way to 1731 over here, too.
Yes. Yes.
Should I keep holding this until like 0.200 or should I close now? Okay,
Oh man. What? Gold?
No, GJ.
Oh, GJ? I mean, expect a small pullback rejection from that area that Raja has marked.
I'm closing.
I don't think you're supposed to answer his question, man. He's the host of the Asian stream.
Exactly.
That's right, man. That's right.
Man.
Not supposed to answer any questions.
This mofo's dissing me.
This mofo's like, yo. Now that our runners are at break even, can we make this into a swing trade? Yeah, I mean, if you can put your stops at break even, let it run, and if it turns into a swing trade, perfect. If it doesn't, then it is what it is. Gold also tapped into 1731 here as well. Beautiful, man. Crazy. Sebastian sent the wrong chart. Can't open it. See, so whoever had wins this morning, call it a day. Monday will not gonna get better than this at all.
No. Trust me on this.
Negativo.
USDJPY entered at the close of the 1 hour candle here, close 50%. That's good. You close 50%. Yeah.
1725 on gold.
Yeah, I guess you're still waiting here now
$5.
on USDJPY here. I mean, if this candle doesn't close above this area, then you may have to cut the trade short because, you know, USDJPY has a slower volume than other pairs. Is it a good idea to use 50-minute for entries in high volatility times? Yeah, you can sometimes, you know, but it comes with experience too. 15-minute, 5-minute comes with experience. Can you explain the gold entry? Yes, one was below 1740, right here, below this low, for it to continue down to 1737. The next one was below these wicks right here, from 1735 to continue down towards, you know, 1732.
Yeah, we talk about the first entry, the first 5-minute candle broke and closed below that support, and you know the next play was this area right here to create resistance, and then the break of this area right here. Boom. Easy move.
Thank you, Raja. Thank you, Kerwin. I just made 8%, so I'm done for the day.
Holy,
nice.
8%? Jeez.
Yeah, man. All right, ciao. Bye.
Beautiful.
All right, brother. The 8%ers.
Man, whoever won today, you guys are in the top 10% of the people who won today. Don't get into the top 90% who lose. Wow, your JPY is still ranging over here. Your JPY is still ranging. UJ is still ranging. Sometimes GJ ranges and your JPY runs. USD JPY runs. You know, so it is what it is. Man, you know, watching Kervin and Ted and all the other guys trade gold
And
all
Mac.
throughout February, and Mac, obviously. Now I've started to really execute on gold too.
You're starting to love gold, right?
I mean, the first trade was like 30 seconds. Literally.
Yes. Yes.
30-second trade.
Yeah, just stay on the 5 minute and you love it.
Yeah, there are very delicate situations on gold too, so you got to be aware of those.
Yes.
Yeah, on the 5 minute, the pullbacks, yeah. You get that break and then you get a nasty pullback and you're like, ah, shit, what's gonna happen now? The next 5 minute, boom, 50 pips.
You know, I'm gonna share with you something that
Oh wow,
took me a while.
secret.
Yeah, it took me a while to understand on gold. When you get those breaks of a structure, you get $5 move increase or decreases of $5 move on gold.
Yeah.
The pullbacks always are gonna be like $5, even $8 pullbacks on gold. But when you get this kind of structure like this, man, and you have these candles supposed to create support at the break of this candle, man, the move is gonna be $5. So
Yeah, I noticed that it's like when it's dropping in like $5 increments, or
yeah.
when it goes up.
So it's really easy to trade gold.
Irvin.
You wait, but you gotta wait, and you have to understand higher time frames, how higher time frames works on gold. Never trade gold against a 4-hour candle. You know, if you're looking for sells you have a 4-hour candle on gold. Like, let me see if I can draw something here really quick. For example, coming from London session, you have candle that look like this. This is the candle that closed at 5 a.m. in the morning, right? So when you have applying the same knowledge as the 5-minute candle, when you get a break from that 4-hour candle, most likely the new 4-hour candle is gonna make another low, right? So sometimes, and you know, this is probably 40% of the times, you're gonna have heavy pullbacks to the resistance on the previous 4 hours. So that's even better, because at that moment your volume is gonna drive price at least $10 from the break of the previous 4-hour candle. So this in this case scenario, like right here, you know, the retest to the 4-hour, and you see from let's say from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. you start looking at any candle that can start leaving a wick to the upside on the 1-hour candle and start turning bearish, go for it, because you're gonna retest the lows on the 4-hour candles, you know, and at that point you have a prime entry to drive price even lower. So it's really easy, but always look for the 4-hour. I'm always saying the same thing. Look for the 4-hour candle that closes at 5 a.m. in the morning, and you know it's really easy. When you back test gold, you're gonna find out that gold is kind of easy to trade if you wait for the higher time frames to get the confirmations. You know, today was a perfect example on gold. At the break of the 4-hour candle was beautiful, man.
Higher time frame mini webinar, we already have that in the database. Probably going to do another one this weekend. Wow, see, look at that. Pound yen, just as we identified, it's going to come into this rejection area, and look at that. It kind of like tapped into there and rejected it. Now it may come up to do some sort of a retest, minor resistance, and then continue down maybe by New York Stock Exchange open. But I guess this was the move that we looked for. Some people executed, some didn't. So it's still a learning lesson here. Why support at 1730.50 on gold? 1730 what? 1730.58. Because looking to the left-hand side, what do we got over here? Oh yeah, because looking to the left-hand side, we had these rejections here before. We had rejection, support, resistance support, you know, and then 30-minute time frames to see. So that's why that's a zone right over here. That's why it's bouncing at this point.
At that point, that's the support for the daily candle. That's why you gotta be careful. At that point, the daily candle just did a retest to support. That was the opening from yesterday. So that's why it's rejecting that area.
If the daily flips bearish, would 148 be a good target on GJ? 148. Let's take a look at below support. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty good target, 148. I mean, we got 148 down to the wick over here. So it's not about daily flipping bearish, it's about breaking the support over here at 148, 320. This is also where the weekly candle started. So we got to break below this area for price to continue down realistically. What was your profit in this trade percentage? Probably around 4%, something like that, 4%, 4 point something. For the whole day though, for the whole day today, because I planned on only taking gold sells, but then gold sells came in again. Had to execute on that, took gold sells when we talked about it, and then had GJ sells that we talked about here as well. How do you guys take that move so fast on gold? It wasn't sell stops, it was just market execution. It's like gold is like a gazelle, you know, and you're like a lion. You can't stop and think about, oh, should I grab it or should I wait? You just go get it. But like with practice, with experience, the more you watch stuff, the better you're gonna be at it. I've been watching gold with like, you know, these guys here for about like a long time, and every now and then I dabble in gold. And today was that day where I really dabbled in gold. I broke up with GJ. GJ wasn't giving any opportunities at that time. Do you guys pay attention to 10-year gold, 10-year yield trading on gold? No, not at all. I don't look at that confusing stuff. I only look at where price is, what range do we have, I mean, does it make sense? And that's about it. I mean, right now there's no trade on gold unless it starts rejecting 1738, 1737 to maybe continue back down. Should I sell gold again? Probably not, because candles are all bullish. Let's see here. You said you have a corporation. How many companies come under this corporation? Right now I have 3 companies under corporation, and all those 3 companies, they do different things. Plus also you got to look into having a holding company as well. Holding company, so that your holding company pays all the other corporations, and then that corporations, they pay you and some, you know, like subsidiaries you may have. So that's something you got to learn. Man, they don't teach this stuff in school. And when I came in the professional world and I looked at all this and someone told me, yeah, I get a holding corporation, like holding company, and then open a corporation and do this, I'm like, what? This is just confusing, man. I don't know what you're talking about. And then I talked to my accountant, and it took me a little while to kind of like really understand what they were talking about. Can you give me your opinion on your USD? I think you need to send a chart and we'll take a look at your USD. How can we start a company to pay ourselves out of Forex without having a corporation? Just ask yourself what you just said. How can we start a company to pay ourselves out without having a company? That means, how can you ride a bicycle without owning a bicycle? That just makes no sense at all. I'm pretty sure you shouldn't start anything at this point. Sorry if I sound... Probably rent a corporation.
Rent a bicycle.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess probably you're too young at this time to maybe know what a corporation is and what a company is. When you have a candle break and close below above certain level, do you take instant execution? It depends. You know, like right now, I mean, it's retesting that level 1737. Let's remove all these analysis over here. So we got this low over here. We got this rejection here. I guess if we start breaking the low at 1734.80 or 70, I guess we can continue down to fill this range at 1731. And probably by New York Stock Exchange open, we can probably start falling further down on gold.
Wow, GJ's pulling back hard.
Yeah.
Checking the daily also.
Yeah. I closed everything already.
Any tip on emotions when entering a trade? The best tip I can give to battling emotions is to focus on 1 or 2 trades a day. That's it. There's no other reason. Just 1 or 2 trades a day, and that's about it. Oh man, Kervin, I'm getting so excited today.
Tell me more.
I have a long drive to go on, and I'm super excited.
Jeez. Basically, you're just doing basically what I tend to do. You know, when I'm kind of stressed, I grab my SUV and I drive 2 hours. You know, I don't care where I'm driving. I just like to drive, man. It's so relaxing for me. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, but you also take your kids to you took them to the Grand Canyon, places like that.
Oh yeah, I love driving. You know, you want to know something crazy that I did on 2019? Yeah, 2019, because 2020 was a lockdown. So on 2019, I drove from Miami to Grand Canyon, and then we went to Vegas, and from Vegas to here was a straight drive, like 51 hours.
Oh man, how boring.
2 days, 3 hours, and during that time, I just took a shower on a truck stop in I think it was Arkansas.
Oh,
other than that,
Crazy.
coffee, meals,
Driving,
all the stuff. But I love driving, and you know a lot of places, and at this point, I know a lot from the U.S. I know a lot. I love going to New York. Traffic in New York is crazy. Everybody knows that, but I love driving in New York. I love the idea that you're in a big SUV, and then whoever is in front of you is gonna get scared.
Yeah.
And not me, buddy. I'm crazy driving.
I'm one of those guys on the road who's gonna pull up right behind you if you don't get out of the way.
Exactly.
I want to flash my lights, so they move.
Yeah, let's go, man. Move.
Because hey, listen, if you're in the left lane and you're not driving fast enough, you got to get out of the way.
It's really good taking those long drives, especially if you are in the mid north or on US. You have
about the mid 40s.
You can go 80, but then the speed limit is 80, so you can go 90, 95, 100 miles per hour. So it's really nice.
Sir, which broker and trading account is best for $100? Any broker is good for $100. Well, guys, I'm going to head off over here. We had a pretty good day here today, so there's no point for me looking at the charts again. But I do honestly think if we broke below 148.650 on pound yen, if this area gets respected, we are going to continue down towards 148, 300. And if we break this, then obviously we can continue further down.
Yes, sir. That daily should flip bearish.
Yeah. So that would mean the next 4-hour candle should continue moving bearish. Yeah, daily flipping bearish too. We'll see how that goes.
All right, bye bye.
Just,
Take care. Enjoy your
Good
drive.
one, sir.
on GJ shows, before we go, just be aware if this 1 hour candle close bullish inside that area, like 148 700s, then you may have a retest to that previous hourly candle. Other than that, it's still screaming sells. You want, like Raja says, you want prices stay below 148 750 at least. But at this point, call it a day. If you took those trades, man, you should be happy by now.
Yes, sir. Exactly. Thank you very much, everyone, for showing up. We're gonna meet you guys tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you, Macedonian.
Até logo, Brasil.
Brasil.
Every day, man, Brazil.
Shukriya, shukriya.